Hello and welcome to Smith TV, where we teach you how to achieve complete MLM automation in your business so that you can accomplish those super huge goals that I know you have written down somewhere and that you're looking at every single day. At least I hope you are. Today I'm talking about something that's so important to marketing, not just online marketing, but to marketing for every type of business in the entire world, and that's creating your own brand. And this is going to be kind of a two-part video. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to cultivate and establish the perfect brand for your biz. And I'll talk to you about how the right brand can make or it can break your business. And it's one of the determining factors to whether you're successful or not. And then I'll show you my own, our own brand that Aaron and I worked hard to create and establish. And I'll show you the process that we did to go through that. And then on Wednesday I'm going to give you my 10 favorite ways to build your brand. So here we are today, how to cultivate and establish the perfect brand for your biz. First of all, let's talk about what is a brand. I know that's a word that we hear a lot. A brand is your customer's perception of your business. I know a lot of people want to think that their brand is kind of how they portray their business. Like, I'm the owner of my business and my brand is what I think it is. But that's not the case. A brand is what your customer thinks of you. And when you think about it, that's actually what is most important. It doesn't matter what I think of my business. It should be, what are my customers thinking of my business? For example, when I throw out Walmart, what do you think? What immediately comes to your head about Walmart? You know, there's some good things, like that they give you low prices, that they have, virtually anything you'd ever want to buy, that they're everywhere, that they're convenient. But then of course there's some negative things, like that they're low quality, and maybe that they try to, they're little cutthroat and they try to force other little businesses out of business. And you know what? I'm sure that Walmart would like to change their brand a little bit. They don't want people thinking they're low quality and that they're trying to force other people out of business. But you know what? That's the brand. That's their brand that is in the mind of their consumers. And that's pretty hard to change. But within MLM, your business really is you. So the brand you're trying to create is the brand, the perception around you. Kind of as an example of how this works. Aaron, as you probably know from other videos, is the head vet technician out at a veterinary clinic. And one thing that this the veterinarian there has a problem with is he's not very good with marketing. He wants to do some marketing, but he really doesn't know what he's doing. And even though Aaron's pretty good at marketing, he pretty much refuses to listen to his vet tech as a marketer, but he has been willing to listen to me because I'm the one with the economics major and working towards a business management minor. So he was willing to sit down and listen to some of my ideas. And after I explained to him some of my ideas, he's actually hiring me on over the summer, kind of as a marketing consultant. I'm going to try to get some clients for him, and I'm pretty excited about that. But one thing I told him, kind of in my presentation for what I could do for him, is that the business is all about him. People go to the vet clinic because they want a veterinarian who is an expert at veterinary medicine. They want someone who is good with dealing with people, but even better dealing with animals. That's good at diagnosing, that'll give them quick and good service, and just a friendly person. That's why they go to a vet clinic. And so I was telling him that he needs to create that brand, that he needs to build up himself. And the name of their vet clinic is actually A Caring Vet, which is really good towards building his brand, that he is caring and that he will help their animals. So to me, that's a good example of how this works out in the real world. And then let me give you some examples of some big brands that have done very well over the past several years at cultivating their brand. What do you think about when you think about Subway? What comes to your mind? For me, the first thing that comes to my mind is the Subway Eat Fresh, that little slogan that they have. They're all about helping you to eat healthy and lose weight. Their spokesperson for a long time has been that Jared guy who lost 200 something pounds because one of the reasons was because he was eating at Subway every single day. For me, I think about Subway as a place I can go and I can get one of their $5 footlongs and it'll fill me up, but I won't have that kind of greasy, lazy feeling that I sometimes have after eating a big burger. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I only want to get a burger every couple of weeks because I don't really like that feeling. I feel like it's extra unhealthy. But Subway, I don't have a problem going to 2 or 3 times per week. And that's a great brand that they've been able to build because people are so health conscious and weight conscious. But one interesting thing about Subway is that they came out with an ad a couple of years ago. That the ad was basically, there's this guy and his wife are sitting in a car, and the guy is staring at his wife because she's just downing a whole box of cookies. And then the slogan for the commercial is that you can eat healthy at Subway so that you can cheat later. And this commercial, believe it or not, actually created a huge backlash among Subway lovers. People were outraged by this, and the reason was because it went against the brand that they had cultivated for years. Their brand all along had been eat healthy and lose weight, not, come to Subway so you can eat junk later. So you can see how important a brand is, and the same thing can happen with your business. If you can't create a consistent message for your brand, people are going to leave you. They talk about it can take years to build your reputation, but it can take a single moment to ruin your reputation. For example, maybe you're a great businessman, but then you do something completely dishonest, and a couple of people find out about it, and they tell a few other people, your business could be sunk. And another great brand that I really like is Nike. When I think about Nike, I think about high quality performance sporting gear. I think about a lifestyle. I think about healthy, and I think about exercise. And then one thing that Nike's doing here is they have this thing called Nike Plus. And Nike is about beating your best. To me, that is their brand. I mean, it's about competition. It's about pushing yourself further and higher performance in sports. So you see, run more often, run farther, burn calories, run faster. And it's all about these goals that you can set. And to me, that is Nike. So those are two examples of brands that have done a great job of cultivating their brand over a long period of time. And if you can do that, you can become exceedingly profitable, because then people will associate you with certain things and want to work with you. Let's talk a little bit about how to create your own brand. First, you want to think, what do you want your prospects to think about you? Now here you need to be super specific. Write down everything you want in a prospect. Write down everything you want your prospect to think about you. Do you want them to think that you're lazy? Well, of course not, but that's something you need to think about and how you're going to portray that message. You need to think, do you want your people to portray you as a single guy, living the life, going on vacations to Europe for months at a time? Or do you want to portray that you're a family person, that you have kids, or that you want kids, and that you want to go to their soccer games and stuff like that? That's kind of the brand that Aaron and I are trying to create, that family message. And we also, a few things that we like to do are, going shopping on Tuesday mornings and going out to movies and during the middle of the day when everyone else is working. That's kind of the brand that we're trying to create. And then, of course, along with the automation. But in a minute, I'll show you our brand and how we came up with our brand. Then you need to understand, how will you portray that message? Be specific. Write down your goals. Are you going to make videos? Are you going to revamp your blog or your website so that it's consistent with your message, with your brand? What does your Facebook page say about you? Does it portray the message that you want? And then, of course, consistency is key. Like in that Subway example, if you are constantly changing your brand and what you stand for, that can destroy your whole business. It didn't destroy Subway because they're a big business, but something small like you or me trying to make our way on the internet, it can destroy you. So here we go, Aaron and Cameron's brand. You've probably seen this before in our other videos. It's kind of our 4-step motto, and it kind of doubles as our brand. Number 1, work hard now. Man, this is such a big problem that most MLMers have, is they go out and they submit these ads that say, work 1 hour per week for 2 months and you're a millionaire, or sit back and let us do the work for you. Think about what your prospects are going to think about you. What is going on in their head? They're going to think, oh, I can be lazy. I don't have to work hard now. Now, what does that mean for your business? The people you recruit are going to be lazy people who are disinterested, who are going to come complaining back to you because they're not millionaires. That's not how you want to run your business. Number 2 is to achieve complete MLM automation. This is the biggest part of our brand. We actually went back and revamped our blog so that every message we had is more about automation and how to achieve that automation. And then number 3, so you can be lazy later. You see, we make that number 3, and it's after you work hard now and after you've built your business the right way. Then you can be lazy. Because, Aaron and I, we like to hang out and we like to be lazy. And so that's part of our lifestyle. That's part of our brand. But of course, we're working hard now. And then number 4, live the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Before we got married, Erin took a month-long vacation to Australia. And you know what? She turned that into a little, 3 or 4 or 5 minute video about how much fun she had. And put that up on YouTube because we want people to see that that's what we're about. That's the kind of stuff we like. We go on hikes, we take pictures. We went on a trip to Canada this last year, and we took lots of pictures, and we turned that into a little video. And that's part of our brand. That's the brand that we're trying to get out there. If you want to see a really good example of this, head on over to globalcoindomination.com. That's actually our main sales page for our Numis Network company. Now, I don't want you to go there because you think I want you to join Numis. Don't worry about that. Just go there and see some of the videos that we have. She has Erin put up these videos there about our lifestyle and some of these fun trips we've taken. And we have those on the same page as our sales page because we want people to connect those in their mind. That if they're working with us, if they're working in our MLM, in Numis with us, then they'll be able to take those vacations. They'll be able to have fun with their family and go out and have the money to do those kind of things. So that's such a big part of our brand, and we want to always connect that with us. So think about your business, how you can connect your brand to you, and how you're going to portray that message. And then just a few points to wrap up here. Notice that this says you. For example, it says so you can be lazy later and live the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. That goes back to the whole a brand is in the mind of your consumer and not in your mind. The most you can do is try to help direct your consumer to think a certain way about you. And then, of course, what do we want a prospect to have in their minds about us? So we want people to come to our blog and our website or talk to us on the phone, and we want them to go away thinking, if I work with them, they're going to work hard with me. They're going to help me achieve my goals and come up with goals, and they're not going to be lazy. They're going to be there to help me, and they're going to show me how to build an MLM business that's completely automated, so I don't have to work 60 hours per week just to make an income. And then they're going to, and then I can go have fun just like they have fun. That's the brand that we want to show up in our prospects. And then just kind of to show you how we started portraying our brand is before we even did anything with Smith TV, Aaron and I sat down, we wrote a list of 40 different topics to make 40 videos that were all consistent with our brand of automation. And that's something you can do, and so that we know for the foreseeable future we have these topics that we can talk about that are going to further our brand. And then, like I said before, we revamped our business so that every message is consistent. We went back and rewrote autoresponder messages. We made a new tagline on our blog. We rewrote a lot of the tabs in our blog, our About Me page, our MLSP tab. Now they all talk about automation because that's a big part of our brand. And another thing, one last point, is that it's important to be very specific about your brand. In the back room of our apartment, we have a whiteboard that has about 50 or 60 little itty-bitty tiny specific things about our brand. For example, we even wrote up there that Erin likes peanut butter, because that's part of her brand. She loves it so much that that's part of her personality. Now, I know that's not a very important part of our brand, but it's a small part of our brand that helps portray Erin's personality. So that's something you can do, is come up with every different last part of your brand that you want to come out. For example, we always talk about that we're family oriented, that we're married, that we're going to have kids, that Erin's a vet tech, that she loves animals. That's a big part of her brand. And it's important that we talk about that we like going hiking, that we like taking vacations, and that kind of thing. So think about what's important to you and what's important to your brand. Think about honesty, think about hard work, think about integrity, think about how you're going to work together with them. You're going to consult with them when they need your help. This is such an important part of your business. In fact, it may be the most important part. Think about any company out there like Subway and Nike, like I showed you. that brand equity, how much that brand is worth, is their most important asset, most important thing to their company. So think about that for your business. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you can tell I'm passionate about this, and I think it's so important. Come back on Wednesday, and I'm going to actually share 10 very specific strategies for promoting your brand and getting that out there, and how to be consistent, that kind of thing. Because once you've built a brand that's consistent and that stands out, that's when people notice you and they want to work with you. So thanks for checking us out. Make sure to visit our blog, whoisaaronsmith.com. We upload our Smith TV videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So talk to you later. Have a good one. Bye.